Yo, what's up, everybody? It's MK,
And it's your boy Big Lyric, and
and
we're
we're concerned for
concerned for
you.
you.
It is what it is.
It
Listen,
is what it is. We're concerned for you. If you're having a tough time in life, if you're having a shitty day, we're concerned for you. And this is what this platform is for. It's for the concerned folks up in here, up in here.
concerned about what's going on in the world, what's happening.
Yeah. Politics,
Oh,
right? Entertainment, music,
exactly.
maybe your love life.
Oh, not that.
I don't know. We have some concerns for your ass. So MK, what's been going on, bro? Talk to me.
Uh, is nothing. Basically, what did I want to talk about today?
Okay.
Oh, I've been having issues with friends. Let's talk about friends, baby. Let's
Okay.
talk about friends.
Right.
I don't know what it is with people these days. If it's just because of our age, like obviously we're people of a certain age, right?
Hmm.
Millennials, as they say. But a lot of people, like, when it comes to friendships, to me, it just feels like a lot of people ain't down like they used to be.
Mm.
It
You
could be
know.
because everyone has their own lives going on.
Hmm. You know what I think it is. I think it's age, right? I think it's age because I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. I remember when I was 5, when I was 6, when I was 7, when I was 8, when I was 9, when I was 10, right? And every day it was, oh, I need to go outside and be out with my friends,
Yep,
right? We're gonna play hide and go seek. We're gonna go to the park. But
yep.
as I started to get older, it's like I don't need that. I got my video games. I got this and that. So I think as we get older,
Same,
I,
same. I'd rather
I think
stay at home sometimes and just play games and deal with people.
exactly like, and I think as we get older, I think we find it more acceptable to be in our own space, right? Because you got to think about it. We work in 9 to 5 jobs, right?
Mhm.
We deal with people on an everyday basis. In general, I'm saying if you have a 9 to 5, you're dealing with
Right,
some type of person, right? So a lot of
right.
times you don't want to when you get off, you don't want to really associate with no one. You just want to be in your own personal space, and I think that's what it is. But I think we get too comfortable with being in our own space, and then we forget about that happens sometimes. Like, I got friends that sometimes I'll be like, damn, I need to hit them up. Like, I've been too busy, like, and I think that's what it is. And we're all in the same age bracket. Whereas you look at
Yeah.
someone, like, let's say, I'm 35, right? Um, there might be someone who's 25 that might, be like, oh, Chris, like, oh, I'm sorry, damn, Big Lyric. Oh, I just threw my fucking government out there. It's okay. Big Lyric, um, let's go hang out. They have the energy to do that. But my fat ass they ain't got that energy. I just want to come home. I want to relax. I want to rest. I want to meditate. I want to prepare myself for the next day. And I think that's really what it is. You know.
Oh, for sure. Damn. Yeah.
But
The
you
problem
see,
is a lot of people. I'm sorry. Go on.
no, I'm saying like, you know, there's people like younger than us, like, I wonder how they view friendship or if they feel the same way we do. And it might actually, um they might actually feel the same way we do. Because they're in
Right.
their own age bracket, like we're in our own age bracket. So
I mean, I don't know if it's also a thing like it's easy. It's still easy to make friends. Don't get me wrong,
mm,
but it's hard to keep them too,
it is.
especially at our age. Like you have to think about people who are they have kids, they're in relationships.
Hmm.
It seems like it was a lot easier when we were younger and everyone was single and
Right.
you're going out to the clubs together, you're going on double dates together, but you know that these relationships weren't going to end up in marriages. They weren't going to end up in, kids. But like nowadays, a lot of people are just so settled. They're settled down.
Exactly.
Uh, it is what it is. Listen, my partner's my friend, so I just hang out with him all day.
Hmm. Yeah, and and I think that's what it is. Like we meet that one person, and it's like we search for people throughout our whole life until we finally meet that one person. It's like that could be the perfect match. We don't gotta do nothing. Let's just sit on the couch and watch a movie. We don't gotta hang out. You know.
What I'm concerned about is what happens when we're reaching that late aging stage, that over 50 hill. What are you going to do then? If you ain't got no
So
friends, if you don't have a relationship?
I think at that point in our lives, I think we prepare ourselves for that by that time. I would think so, right? Because you look at a lot of people who are past 50, like in their 60s, their retirement age, right? I think at some point in your life, you get to a point where it's like, damn, I'm getting older and I'm not doing things I used to do, but time is slipping away. So we only got one life to live. Like, so I think at that age, you wake up and you want to do stuff. Like, you want to travel to the end of the world. You want to travel around the world. You want to do things. You want to make a bucket list. You want to, like I think by that age you want to have yourself surrounded by um those type of people because if you're someone like me, like I'm single, right? I always think about them. I don't want to like be alone forever,
Yeah.
especially when I'm getting old. Because God forbid something happens where I'm in the hospital or I'm sick and I need somebody to help take care of me or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Who's going to take care of you? You're going to have to
exactly.
pay. You're going to have to pay up.
Exactly. And like why,
You don't have nobody in your life.
right. And I don't want that,
Hmm.
because you never know. That nurse, that home health aide who they sent into my fucking house could be looking for my wallet somewhere. I don't
Oh.
trust these hoes. And you know what? Let me tell you, no disrespect to all the home health aides. I'm you guys are amazing. You're essential workers. You guys did a
Yes.
good job during COVID. You're doing a good job now. Don't take that comment too seriously.
Mhm. Oh man.
But
Listen,
what? Yeah.
uh,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
mm, let me ask you a question. All right. What's a deal breaker in a friendship with you?
It means of what?
Like, I'll tell you a deal breaker for me. All right.
Okay. Hmm.
What's been happening to me lately is I have some friends or people that I've called friends, and it's like they don't want to see you happy.
Mm.
For some reason, they're jealous of you of something, or they
Hmm.
feel some type of way about you for something. And I don't know quite what it is. I don't have my finger on it, but whatever that is, it's pushing me away.
Right.
It's pushing me from not wanting to contact you on social media or see you in person, hang out with you, make plans. It's like for me, that's kind of a deal breaker when your energy changes.
Hmm.
Like if we were friends and we're friendly, I expect that to continue.
Right.
If you're going through something, I understand. You're going through uh, um, maybe an issue, a tragedy. You don't want to link up, hang out, but you gotta let people know. You got to be honest, and you can't be passive aggressive with people because that pushes them away.
Right.
People don't understand. how their own egos play into friendships.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. I think that's very common in a lot of friendships. Like you might always have someone who's jealous, but I don't
But do
think
you want to keep them around?
no, that's what I was gonna tell you. Like
Yeah.
me personally, I don't think those would be the type of friends that I would want to keep around because those are the friends that keep you from. Here's a funny story. I have a funny story. When I was young, like I don't know, like 24, maybe 25, whatever. I met this guy, right? I met this guy at my job, and he happened to be a music video, a director, a film director, right? And I was helping him out, customer service, extending customer service, and they like that. And he's like, and he's telling me his career, like this is what he does, film. And I'm like, oh well, I'm actually I'm a writer, songwriter. I'm a writer. I can do stories. I'm always looking for someone to collab with. And he's like, wait a minute, you say you write songs? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, if you got any music, send it to me because I got some new equipment and I wanna um I wanna shoot a music video. I never shot a music video before, and I have this new equipment and I would like to use the equipment for your music video. Like this is what he said. I'll shoot the video for free,
Yep.
right? So
Okay.
so that I could test my equipment on your video. And I'm like, sure, man, it's a free video. Why not? Right? At the time, I had a friend. I'm not gonna say no names, but I invited her along with a lot of other friends to this video shoot, right? And now everybody, if you're my friend, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you everything. Like, yeah, yo, I met this guy. This video is gonna be free, right? And and in my mind, like if you're my friend, you probably respect that I'm telling you that like you're my friend, right? But this one friend in particular walked up to the director and asked him, "Can I get a free video too?" So like you don't want those type of friends around because now it's like, damn,
Right.
yo, what are you doing? Like I'm already building a relationship with this guy, right? If you want a music video done for free, this is not how you ask him. Like I'm
Right.
in this
Right.
relationship, right? So it's like you're gonna have those people. Like if you have those type of friends in your circle, like cut them off because they could either you cut them off or you put them in a place because they
Exactly.
could they could ruin a lot of things for you. And
Oh, yeah.
for for me to be honest with you, like if I'm gonna give, since we're on the subject about friends, and we're this is an audience, this is a public audience, right? If I'm going to give advice on what type of friends you should keep around you, right? there's about for me there's about two or three types of friends that you should always have around you, right? One, you need that friend who's always going to go to war for you.
Mhm.
You want to
The ride or die.
that ride or
Mhm.
die friend, right? You need a friend
So,
who's going to keep it real with you
yeah.
even when you don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it,
Yep. Yep.
right? And three, you need a friend who's gonna put you in your place, keep you out of trouble. Like if you about to do some stupid shit, you need that friend to be like, yo, yeah, well, chill the fuck out, you
Mhm.
know. And
What was two?
two was the one friend that'll keep it real with you, like will tell you the things
Oh,
that you
okay.
don't want to hear that you do need to hear,
Mhm.
you know.
So one is a ride or die. The one that
Mhm.
through thick and thin,
Right,
your best or worst,
right.
you know, they'll always have your back no matter what.
Mhm.
You need the one friend that's going to put you in your place, right? But there's a mutual respect there. Like
Exactly.
I can tell them, listen, stop your shit. Stop what's going on.
Right.
You need to calm down. You need to mellow out. And they can say the same to me. And it's like an understanding.
Right.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm doing too much. And this friend is telling me, and I'm getting it.
Yes.
What was the third again?
The third one is like that friend that's gonna like pull you back from doing stupid shit. I mean, that I guess that kind of falls under like friend number two,
Right.
But you want someone who's gonna tell you like, bro, don't go that direction because that it might not you gonna end up in some shit if you go in that direction. So I'm telling you from experience, don't go that in that direction. You can go this way, go that way,
Like
but
when
don't
you
go
go
another
for
way.
advice. So you got your
Right,
ride or die.
right,
You got the one that's going to tell you the truth, and the one that's
right,
going to give you advice.
right. Yes, and those like I would tell any young person if they had to ask me like what it takes to like for me to be 35, right? Like what does it take to get to that age or older, right? These are the things like these are the type of friends you want to surround yourself with, right? That will build with you. And it's vice versa. Like I would do the same thing for them as they do for me, right? Those are the type of friends that you need, right? Because look how many stories you hear about that one jealous friend who was in the circle who hurt you.
Yep.
You hear about people getting hurt.
Always. There's always one.
It's sickening. Like you hear about the stories of people who are murdered. But look, hey, y'all gonna hate me for saying this. Let's look at Selena.
Oh yeah.
What was her name? The lady, the one.
Yo-
I shot
Yolanda,
my
Sa-
I shot my
Yo-
friend. I shot my
Yolanda
son.
Salvador,
Yes,
Salvador,
right. I don't know her
what's
name.
her name?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But you,
Yolanda Salvador.
yeah. But you see, like you always have someone. Those jealous ones are like the first, that try to set you up, man. And
Oh
because it's
yeah.
like this is what it is. It's like crabs in a bucket, right? You're always gonna have like if you know that whole term about the crabs in the bucket, the crabs are always pulling each other down, right? You don't want that friend that's
I've
gonna
never
hold you.
heard that before.
Yeah, you can look it up. Crabs in a bucket. Um,
Hmm.
because they while the one crab is trying to make it out the bucket, you always have the crab who's pulling it back down, right? So you don't need crab ass type of friends.
Right.
We all trying to make it together. Don't hold us back. We don't want anybody that's going to hold us back. And that's why it's simply I would say you should always keep your circle small. Don't invite too many people in because sometimes most times it's not good. And since we are still on this subject, I feel like I'm a fucking philosopher now, man. Since we're on the subject, there's a movie that I just watched with Austin. What's the kid's name from Elvis? That played Elvis that recently came out.
Oh, Austin Butler.
Austin Butler, right? There's a movie that just came out called The Bike Riders with it's Austin Butler and it's Tom Hardy, right? And they're part of a motorcycle gang. It's a small gang in the 1960s into the 70s, right? And it's looking at the gang is I see it's more so about brotherhood, you know. But Tom Hardy's character eventually starts to invite more members into the gang, right? And eventually, I don't want to spoil anything. Eventually, things get out of hand where they go from just being a gang about brotherhood and yada 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 to they're committing murders.
Dang.
There's prostitution involved. There's drugs involved, and that's what happens when you invite too many people into your circle. Things kind of
Right.
get discombobulated a little bit, get out of hand, right? So simple term in life, simple advice is just keep your circle small and make sure you're picking those right friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough, though. It is tough. I need to see that movie, honestly.
If you have,
That sounds like a good one.
if you have, I think it's on Peacock TV.
Mm,
Yeah.
I think I do. I know someone that has Peacock TV, so for sure I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I mean, for friends, it's a touchy subject.
Hmm.
You're trying to relate to people and be close with them, but also those ones that let you down, I can't. I can't with them.
Right. Right. Right.
Friends like that, it's the same as that saying, "Who needs enemies?" Like I don't need someone that's always going to, you know, let me down. Whether it's you giving me advice or maybe I did want to hang out with you,
Right.
and then you end up canceling. Case in point, we had a situation like that happen. But it's not to get personal,
Right. Right. Right.
but
Right. Right. Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's a big deal because I like people. I really
Right.
do. I like a lot of people, but um, I don't know where everyone else is in life. So sometimes you want to be friendly with others. They just kind of make it more difficult. Like
Right.
obviously everyone's doing their own thing, but
Right. Right. Right.
it just gets to be too much. And I think about what's going to happen when I am, 50 and over.
Right.
Who am I going to have in my circle? Because my circle's already small.
Right.
I don't know. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
But I'm so
Scary.
friendly with people.
Right.
Or I try to be. You are the most friendliest, though. You give
Yeah.
everyone benefit of the doubt. And I think that's great, especially as you get older, to not be so closed off and be more open and
Right.
accepting to let people in. It's smarter to have a small circle, you know, mid 20s, all your 30s, maybe up to 40s. And then after that, open back up
And you know that's a
because you're past that age of clubbing and stuff like that and going out.
that's a good thought. And also, since you said that, since I gave advice to like the younger audience, I'm gonna give advice to a bit of the older audience too about friends.
Hmm.
Because a lot of us older, like we feel like, oh, we shouldn't hang with those young guys, because they're immature. Like we're too mature. But in some
Hmm.
cases, it's good to be around younger people
Oh,
because
yeah, I think
they
so.
they they can keep your spirits young,
Hmm.
and vice versa. It's good for a young person to be with a old friends with an older person because that older person has a bit more knowledge that they can
Right. To
pass
hang
on to
out
you.
with and kind of
Yeah,
get like a older sibling
yeah,
vibe.
right.
Hmm.
So I feel
Yeah.
like the best advice I would give to someone older is if you are getting older, or if you feel like the older you get, the more distant you find yourself becoming from wanting to be friends with someone. I will always say like to reach your hand out to someone who's younger too. Like, keep your spirit young. Keep keep being
Within
motivated.
reason.
Yeah,
Don't be
within
hanging out with
reason.
no 18-year-olds.
Oh, no, no,
But
no,
like
not no R.
a
Kelly shit.
10-year
No, no,
age
no, no,
gap in between friendships, that's
no,
okay.
no. I ain't talking about no. We ain't talking R. Kelly over here. But yeah, you know what I
Oh,
mean. R. Kelly,
oh, don't be on me.
I believe I can fly. Yeah, I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. You see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. You know what? No, why am I singing an R. Kelly song? What the fuck is going on?
I know. Let's delete that. I'm kidding.
Hey, he did a lot for music.
Uh, Next subject.
But yeah, man, that's a good friends. But there was something on my mind, right? And since today is August 30th. It's my nephew's birthday, by the way. He just turned 6 years old. I want to give him a special shout out. His name is Achilles. Happy sixth birthday, Achilles. Proud
Happy
of you.
birthday.
Keep it going. Keep it growing. Keep it going.
Mhm.
Right?
Oh, to be so young.
To be so young. I remember when I was 6. And you know, it's funny that I say that because I want to. We're about to go into September, and you already know what September is like. It's back to school time, right?
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
just today sitting. I'm just thinking about, damn. I remember when I was 6 and I was in the first grade, right? So I want to dedicate this little segment to all the teachers out there, right? Um, because and I'm not talking about the teachers that's going to teach just to collect a check. I'm talking about the teachers that actually believe in the kids. When I was in first grade, I had a teacher. Her
I want to
name,
inspire minds.
right? Her name was Mrs. Finn. Mrs. Finn, Fenn, Mrs. Finn, right?
Mhm.
One of my favorite teachers. First grade, I was going to Whitney Houston Academy. That's why Whitney Houston does have a school named after her, right?
Oh,
in East
I
Orange, New
didn't know that.
Jersey, in Orange, New Jersey, and oh shit, I was thinking about Mrs. Finn because I remember, you know, when we were in school, there would be like certain parts of the year where we'll take like these big, these nice little class trips, field trips, right? And one the one field trip that I remember in particular was when we went to the Bronx Zoo. Okay, I remember that very, very clear, right?
Oh, okay.
And the one animal that I seen that stood out to me for some reason was a fucking polar bear, right? Which I thought was kind of weird because it's like, why? How is a polar bear um in the
In
Bronx,
the Bronx.
right? So Miss Finn gave us an assignment, and the assignment was you're gonna write a story about your favorite animal. So I wrote my story about the polar bear, right?
Mm.
And we wrote on the paper. We made these little booklets out of the stories, right? And I got an A on that homework assignment. And Mrs. Finn told me
Good job.
she told me, and I remember this because when you're a kid, you're always gonna remember that there's little things that stand out to you as a kid.
Yeah.
And she said,
Hmm.
Christopher, this is an excellent job. You're good at telling stories. That's what she said to me, right? And it stuck with
Yeah.
me because look, I'm still writing to this day. I am
Yep.
still writing to this day. So I want to say to the teachers out there, like, thank you. Like, keep inspiring kids. Keep giving them that motivation because that's it's gonna stick with them. Just like when I was also a student at Whitney Houston Academy, right? We had, you always have like those extra classes like arts, like an art class or like something that has nothing to do with, it's just an extra activity, right? We had at Whitney Houston Academy, you won't believe this shit. We had a fucking a magic class. We had a fucking magic class where there was a magician who came and taught the class, right? And I remember
For
this
the whole
motherfucker.
school year?
No, not the whole school year. Like maybe like a semester or like a quarter of the
Oh, okay.
right.
That's
So,
still cool.
but this is what I remember about that magic school teacher because this motherfucker, right? He was trying to present some shit, and for some reason he noticed that my motherfucking fly was open, right? So he said, Christopher, come on, come stand up in front of everyone. Oh, we're gonna do some magic today, right? And he pulled out this little colorful handkerchief, right? And he said, I want you to take this and put that in your little hole there, the fly hole.
What the?
So I said, what the fuck? I'm thinking the same thing too. Like, it's kind of weird. So he said, I want you to put that in the hole. I want you to zip up your pants. I want you to put your hands behind your back and close your eyes and count to three. I counted to three, unzipped my pants, pulled out what was the handkerchief, and it was a fucking pair of boxers. The whole class thought that I wasn't wearing no drawers for the rest of the day. I was
And
thinking
when
about
was
that too.
this?
This was I was 6. I was in the
Oh
first
my
grade
gosh.
at Whitney Houston Academy. Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
So was that traumatic for you?
It wasn't it wasn't traumatic for me, but as I got older, like I thought about it, I'm like, that's fucking weird. I mean, it was
Yeah.
weird in so many ways. Because first of all, who the fuck has magic class? That's the first thing I thought was kind of weird as I got older.
I wish I went to your school.
Yeah, but but
Magic
that
class
but,
would have been fun.
right and you know that was at Whitney Houston Academy. I remember I only did 1 year there, just my first grade year. But it just, I was just thinking about my nephew, his age, and how, like, the things that I was experiencing at that age, And I was thinking about Miss Finn. Miss Finn also she used to keep a hamster in her classroom. I remember when
Oh,
one day we came to class one day and the hamster was gone. Like someone stole it. Yeah.
not
But,
that.
but yeah, I just wanted to take um, like, do you remember, like, do you have any special memories of any teachers when you were a kid growing up that you could think about?
I mean, only one comes to mind. In elementary, it was probably second grade teacher named Mrs. Vargas.
Okay,
I remember Mrs. Vargas because my grandfather um,
he was fucking her.
worked at my school. Oh,
Oh,
Chris,
oh, okay.
my grandfather worked at school, so everybody knew me.
Hmm.
Everyone knew me, but like I don't really remember being a kid. I mean, I remember being a kid. I don't remember school as a kid.
Right,
Like for me, school as a kid wasn't fun because I was always being watched.
right.
I had to behave. I couldn't be out of line. I had to, you know, play sports. I had to, join all the school activities, and those weren't fun for me. It was more traumatic. I remember high school more, junior high and high school,
Right.
because I remember um, this was traumatic. But I
Oh,
remember
excuse me. Yeah. Hmm.
my math teacher yelled at me in front of everybody. Basically, called me stupid. Well, he called me lazy
Oh
and
my God.
stupid. But like he slammed his hands on the desk and was like, "Are you an idiot?" That was
That's
traumatic. I don't remember my childhood being in elementary school was basically perfect because I was always treated well,
right,
but I had to participate in everything.
right.
But high school was different. That was crazy. I don't even remember being 6 years old.
Damn. Like
I
I can't
remember playing
remember.
with dolls
Oh shit.
and playing on the swings. Oh, and catching ladybugs. I remember
Okay.
that.
Ladybugs for you, like I used to catch like little light bugs, like fireflies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They had those during the day.
yeah. Like
Hmm.
during like well, they came mostly like during the evening time, like nighttime. But
Okay.
at that time, like all the kids would be hanging outside at night. Like it's not like how it is now, where everybody's in the house. We was always
Right.
outside. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And
so
I feel bad for those tablet kids nowadays because they have to adjust to being an adult,
right.
not knowing what it was like being able. I mean, I'm sure that there's some parents that let their kids play outside, but
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, they want to go back inside the house and play on their tablets and video games and
Hmm.
Coco Melon instead of actually experiencing life,
Right,
what life was about.
right.
I do remember being a kid and having fun kid experiences, like
Hmm.
riding my bike up and down the street, going around the neighborhood, stealing the neighbor's plums, eating oranges from our orange tree,
Right.
hiding underneath the shed, pretending that it was like a playhouse. like when it would rain, we had like this little outdoor washer and dryer
Hmm.
um, area, but it was like covered. And I
Hmm.
would go outside and I would sit on the steps and I would just play with my toys and my dolls and listen to the rain just fall, fall, fall. You know, I had those experiences, but I don't remember school. And
Yeah.
now all these kids, I feel bad. They're not gonna be able to experience.
Yeah.
They're probably not. You know how many times I've seen parents walking around, especially in the city, and their kid is inside the stroller with a full tablet.
Right. Yeah. I see that a lot. And these are not babies. Like these are like big ass kids.
Yeah, like what, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah. Yeah. And strollers still.
When I went to Disney World last year, I remember half of the kids were in strollers, tablet,
Right.
tablet. And it was the parents that were enjoying most of the sights at the park. And the kids just like this,
Have Have we
Coco
become that?
Melon.
Have we become that lazy as a generation? Like our
Oh yeah.
generation is like
You know what it was giving me? Did you ever watch what was that movie? Wally?
I think I might have seen it like
There's a
vaguely.
scene there's a scene in Wally where the human race are basically just sedated
Right.
in these AI chairs that do everything for them. That's how it felt.
It's sad, man. We gotta
It
do
is
better.
sad. We're
We gotta
not
do
going
better.
to. Technology has taken over.
It has. Definitely has. Yeah, man. But I was thinking like there was something else, when that made me think about all that school stuff, man. Um, I was thinking about all that school stuff, and it just tied so well with the whole friendship topic.
Yeah.
And it's that time of the year, like, and around this time is like, because the summertime is wrapping up, so it's like you want to have a collection of your best memories of the summer,
Oh yeah.
before you go to school and whatnot. So
I
what
don't
else
even
you
remember
doing?
summer being that short.
Right, it's just getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You
Yeah.
know.
I just found out, what was it? My dad had called and he was telling me that my niece and nephews went back to school. It's like, what? This early? Mind you, that was a couple of weeks ago,
Hmm.
early August. So what happened to summer? I always remembered summer being from May to September. You got
And,
3 months.
in California, what month did you get your summer break?
May.
And when did you go back? September?
Mm, it was September, and then as I got older, like I was in the middle of high school, it felt like we were going back like late August, like towards that last week between August and September.
Damn. Because it was
Yeah.
always like for me, it was like school was over like towards the end of June, and then like September, like the first week of September, we're back. So we only had like a couple months and
two
some
months,
days of summer, yeah.
some change. Hell no. Summer should always be 3 months.
But then you know, what was happening was they started to like the days that, let's say, like it snowed bad and we couldn't make it to school, like school had to close. They used to count that. So basically, if we had to like, if there was days that
Like
we couldn't
winter
go to
break,
school, huh?
like winter break, they counted that spring break.
No, no, no. Like, let's say there was a blizzard, right? and the schools had to close.
Oh,
So like
oh,
they
oh,
would add those days like towards the end of the year.
oh my
Meaning like
gosh.
yeah, like we had whatever days that the school was closed, we had to make up for it like in the end of the year. So like we wouldn't really get out of school till like almost July.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-uh. Not on the East Coast. On the West Coast, basically California's like that perfect weather.
Hmm.
So we didn't have rainy days, no snow days, none of that. Nothing.
Mm,
Even on a rainy day, you still went to school. It didn't change nothing. You just had PE inside.
mm. Those were the days, my friend.
Those were the days.
Oh yeah, we should
Sad.
give a
Those are
little.
gone.
We should also give a little birthday shout out to a couple people. You know, um, our guy Juan Carlos. We'll give him a shout out all the way from New York City.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
who we love dearly. But man, mm-hmm.
And what? Yes, happy birthday, Juan. Even though that was yesterday.
Right, little birthday shout out don't hurt.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt. I would love a birthday shout out, but I hate my birthday personally. I don't like to
Right,
celebrate because I don't want to be reminded I'm another year older.
exactly.
Why? In my head, I'm still 21. Yeah,
In my head, I'm still like 25.
no, I think you're a little bit younger than that.
So what I want to say is, you know, we're concerned for you guys, right? We're concerned, about friends. If your concerns are about friends, we just did this segment and we just gave a little bit of information and a little bit of feedback and advice on friends. If that's what you're
Our
concerned about,
perspective,
our
yeah,
perspectives, yes. We're concerned for the new generation coming up, and that's why we brought up the whole teachers thing, because the teachers are, would you consider the teachers being like gatekeepers for, is that the right word? Um, or
what
the
do you
key
mean?
holders for, like, the teachers are the ones who we depend on um, to give knowledge to the future generations.
Like to shape the minds of the
Yes,
youth?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
you could say in a way they're influencers.
Right, yes. They're influences, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, man, like we're concerned for this generation. We're concerned that maybe we don't have um those right teachers, those type of teachers, but I know they're there. They care about the youth, they care about the future generations,
right.
you know. What's your take on that? You got any last words you wanna.
Well, you already know how I feel. I think education is fleeting. A lot of these kids, and I feel super old saying that, but a lot of these kids that I've seen lately, like they're not taking their academics seriously.
Right,
They're so into social media and what social media means that they don't want to learn certain things about the world. I
right,
love being educated personally, but I'm also an adult
right.
trying to get my mind back into that age. I don't even know. I am concerned also. I don't know what's going on with
Right,
them.
right.
But alas, that is all the time we have for today.
That's your boy Big Lyric.
I'm MK, and we'll catch you soon.
right, we're concerned for you.
Well,